Hey BBWs, we're so excited to announce our first sponsor, Burn the Patriarchy Candles. Burn the Patriarchy's candles are handmade soy candles with a feminist agenda.
They are made in small batches, so they will sell out. The new fall line just dropped, featuring 3 delightfully spooky scents.
You can buy these sweet little babies at www.burnthepatriarchycandleco.com. At checkout, enter the promo code BLOCKBUSTER to receive 10% off.
Again, that's www.burnthepatriarchycandleco.com, promo code BLOCKBUSTER. Thank you.
Bye.
Come with us where the corn is popped and the throwback Thursdays never stop. It's a magical land not far away. All you have to do is just press play.
So,
hop on the couch and close your eyes. Gonna party like it's 99. Join us, watch the movies of our lives with Blockbuster Eyes.
Welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm your ghost with the most late fees, Shea Baby.
And I'm not always kind, but always rewind, Stacy.
And you're listening to Blockbuster Wives.
Except this month, it is
Hollow. Sorry, I forgot what we called it.
I was like, what did we call it?
Hollow
Wives Month.
Happy
That's
Hollow
Halloween
Wives.
for the wives, baby.
Hell to the yeah. We are so excited. Stacy and I truly love a theme. Number one, if you guys could not tell, since we theme every single month. But we also specifically love this month, Halloween. Just saying.
Yes. Halloween is a special holiday for Shea and I, because every year we do a bomb-ass couple's costume.
They've kind of become like a little bit famous in our circle of friends and otherwise.
Yes, people are wondering, what are they doing this year?
People have been already asking me what we're doing this year, straight up.
Let's break down some of our past costumes.
Yeah.
Probably most famously, we were the 2 bullies from Hocus Pocus. And
that was our first like
costumes.
really big one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we were the 2 bullies from Hocus Pocus, which was lit. I was obviously Ice.
Of course. And I was, oh my god, what's his name? Ernie or something? No, Ernie is Ice.
Ernie is Ice. It's
like Kyle or Zach or something like
what
that.
is it? Why can't I think of it? Oh my god, we're fair weather friends.
We're fake fans.
We're fake fans. We know
Jay
and Ernie.
Jay and Ernie.
I don't be called Ernie no more. It's Ice. So yeah, we did great. We literally did like scenes from the movie. It was so fun. And then the year after that, was that when no, there was one. Wait, I'm confused.
Well, we were Miss Trunchbull.
Yeah.
And Miss Honey.
Yeah.
And then we were.
Is that it?
We're iconic.
No, that
Such
cannot
a
be it.
track
I know there's
record.
more.
I don't know that there's a lot more.
There's only 2? There can't be only 2. I swear we've done more than this.
I can't think.
Oh my
of
god,
any.
did we only do 2?
But the point is, they're famous. Okay.
I feel like we've done more than this, and I'm just blanking because
When we think of it, we'll fill you in.
yeah, it doesn't really matter. But point is, every year we do iconic, but this year we've
This
had
is
it
also
planned.
very Shea and I to be like, we have this really cool tradition where every year, and then people are like, you've done it twice.
We've
I'm
done
like,
it
"Shut
one and a
the
half
fuck
times.
up."
Shut up. But this year we have a really good one planned, and we're not going to tell y'all because we want y'all to be surprised. But it is very 90s.
Yes,
I will say that.
Totally.
And you know what? The reason why I think we think it's more times, because we have so many ideas for other costumes, and I feel like you and I have just accepted within ourselves that we're just going to be doing this for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, in our minds, it's plentiful.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's the reality. But anyway, we're just very excited. We want to hear all about the costumes that you guys have planned, the traditions you guys have, and especially as a witch, I love this month a lot because it's very spiritual and near and dear to my witchy soul.
Halloween's just so much fun. The movies fucking slap. The candy slaps.
Yeah, the food fucking slaps.
Popcorn and candy and pumpkins and candy apples.
Oh, and like all the scents, like all the fall themed candles and I don't know, bath soaks and
sweaters
lotions
and fireplaces and yeah. It's incredible. It's
See,
the best.
this month is when I know. Okay, it's about to be cold in a couple weeks. Fucking finally.
Hallelujah.
Thank God.
It's also the month of the Renaissance Fair. One
Which
of my
Stacey
favorite
loves.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, sadly, my Renaissance Fair had to be cut short because Brent had 105 fever from getting his second COVID vaccine.
I remember that.
We're getting our boosters Thursday, and I'm like, all right, let's make sure that you're okay. I won't plan anything for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Because yikes.
Yeah, no. And I remember because you went to the Renaissance Fair alone, and that's like what you wanted to do. You were
No, going to the Renaissance Fair alone is great because it's like going to Disneyland as an adult.
Ooh.
Like I go where I want, I eat what I want, I can stay at the shops as long as I want without feeling bad that like whoever I'm with is like I want to bounce. It's super nice.
That's amazing. I want to go. I want to go to the Renaissance Fair sometime.
You know what? I just realized.
What?
We're in the time machine, so when this comes out, I'll probably be at the Renaissance.
Oh, really?
Fair. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I hope you're having a great
ways.
time.
Time traveling.
Don't you guys love this? It's like a time travel extravaganza. I was gonna say in your pants, but
I will not be in your pants.
well, I also won't.
Checking with Shay, but I would say nope to that.
I'm like, for most of you, I won't. Maybe a select few of you, I will be. But regardless,
who knows?
Oh, it's spooky. But no. So this month is Hallowives. We're so glad that you guys are joining us for our first installment for the first movie we have going on, which is one of my favorite, spooky-esque themed movies from my childhood, entitled The Addams Family.
Yeah, it's fun because it's not like aggressively Halloween themed, but it's all the things that make Halloween fun in one movie.
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess I could do a little summary.
Yeah,
if you want
let's
me
do
to.
a little summary.
Okay, so The Addams Family, the movie. Now, this is the one that was made in, I believe, 1991.
Yes, the year of our birth.
The year of our birth. So it is about kind of a very charming, macabre family who has a lot of money, and they are trying to reconnect with their long lost, like, I guess Gomez, the main character, it's his brother that's been lost for the last 25 years. So they are trying to reconnect with him. Unbeknownst to them, what they don't realize is that Fester, quote unquote, the brother, is actually an adopted son of a loan shark who's pretending to be Fester in order to basically steal money from the Addams family.
Right, because at the heart of this is the shady lawyer.
Yeah.
Which I'll talk about later. Who kind of orchestrates all this shit.
They're shady. They mentioned shady lawyers in the last two movies we've talked about.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah. I'm just like, y'all don't know my wife. Anyways.
Great synopsis. That's
Thank you.
basically like the gist.
Yeah. I tried. I did my very best. But yeah. So
And do you want to break down some corporate bullshit?
I would
for
love
us?
to. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this up really quick. Okay. So yes, it was made in 1991. It was actually released November 22nd, 1991. It is 99 minutes, which is also just like in the range of being perfect, of course.
And I like how they release this for Thanksgiving and the holidays, but post-Halloween.
Post-Halloween, yeah.
Whereas Bedazzled was before Halloween.
And you know what? It makes a lot of sense because, and we'll get to that later actually, but like there is a little nod to Christmas at the very beginning, and then they never talk about it again.
Yes.
So their budget was $30 million, and they made $191.5 million.
Whoa! So this was like a raging success. Half a Shrek budget, but like, what is that? Like 4 times as much? Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was such a blockbuster.
Such a huge fucking hit.
Wow.
Yeah, massive. It was made by Paramount. I know. Made by Paramount Pictures, and it was actually based on the characters from a cartoon that was created by the cartoonist Charles Addams and the 1964 TV series produced by David Levy. The movie was directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, which I've never heard of him in my whole life.
I feel like he always does grand movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't look him up. But
Yeah. I think he's like known for making like big old movies. Oh yeah, he did Men in Black.
Oh, okay.
And Wild Wild West.
Amazing.
So he does like a lot of special effects, a lot of like very immersive worlds.
Yeah, very they all give like a certain like warm feeling, you know, and they're all very 90s, so that makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, Mr. Ebert gave this 2 stars.
Oh, another 2 stars.
Another 2 stars.
Are we going to discover that maybe Ebert just doesn't like holiday movies?
Oh, that'll be something to keep in mind for Christmas and like those
does
holidays.
He dislike seasonal, late in the season blockbusters?
Maybe. What he said about it, because I was reading some of his review, he essentially said that he was expecting a lot of like big laughs that he didn't personally get. And that was like the main reason why he didn't like it. But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it was deeper than just being like a comedy. I feel like it was just really smart and clever. Like,
yeah, and I feel like the subtlety of the jokes is what makes it so funny.
Yeah.
Like it's a bunch of like very quiet like one-liners that you might not even get at first, and then you're like, haha.
Yeah, they're very quick and they're very all like dark, but like just super charming. I love this movie so much. It's one of my favorites of all time. But yeah, so that's our corporate bullshit section, baby.
Wow. I'm sorry, what year did it come out?
1991.
1991, that's right. Year of our birth.
The year of our birth.
So cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of when I first remember watching it. I probably saw the second one more.
Really?
I think I saw the second one before I saw the first one.
I do love the second one a lot.
The second one cracks me up. I probably didn't see the first one until, like, honestly, I was a teenager. But I was like upset that I hadn't watched. I was like, this is amazing.
It is so amazing. It was one of my favorite. Like, I'm surprised that I loved it so much as a kid because I was very sensitive to like darker movies. So like any horror, I was very sussed out by. So and not that it's a horror movie, but like for a kid, you know, it's very dark. Like they jokingly talk about like murdering each other like consistently and death, and like they just have like bodies thrown around in their house and they're just like hee oh well haha, like, but for some reason I made an exception. I fucking loved the Addams Family so much.
So did you see it like super young, like you don't even remember?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't watch it before. It was one of my comfort movies. It was another one that I used to watch every night, like on VHS. So odd, but yeah, I love this movie very, very much. It's gorgy.
Well, when I told Brent what movies we're going to watch, he's like, Morticia. Such a babe. And she is a mega babe.
She's a mega babe.
They're both hot. Gomez is a mega stud.
Dude, their relationship is...
#goals.
#goals. And honestly, I was one of my first notes was one of my... like watching the way that Gomez like talks about Morticia, I was like, that's how I talk about Steve.
The first scene you see of them together is Morticia is sleeping, and Gomez comes in and goes, I would die for her, I would kill for her, either way, what bliss.
Yeah, I'm like,
and
that's me talking about Steve.
Flutters her eyes open and she's like, oh, like,
He's like,
is this movie rated PG or PG-13?
Oh, you know what, I didn't look that up.
Because like watching it again, I was surprised at like how overtly sexual they are. Like they're pretty like steamy for a kids movie. It's
PG-13.
Okay.
Which makes a lot of sense because there's literal orgasms that happen in the movie.
That's true. Yeah, because I was like, well, this is like pretty like in your face.
Yeah, I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm so surprised that my mom like let me watch it so much. Because my mom was, you guys, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I think I have. But she was very particular about the stuff that we would watch as kids. So like I was not able to watch like Ren and Stimpy or like any of that type of shit.
Whereas
like,
my parents could not give two shits.
Right, which I think is actually better, honestly, because then you're not like sneaking around and shit, you know.
Yeah, and I honestly feel when you're young, like the sexual stuff or like the violent stuff, you just don't get.
You don't.
Like, it's not even like you're like, like it literally like doesn't even filter down your brain because you're just like, I don't know what that is.
No, it flies the fuck over your head completely.
Like Bedazzled, like how in last episode we're talking about how he says clitoris and penis. I didn't know that.
No,
like I didn't
dinosaurs.
even like absorb that on any level as a kid.
Totally. No. And so, but I was raised Catholic. My mom was Catholic. And so she was very like hardcore about what we watched, what we didn't watch. However, she did not give a fuck that I watched this movie.
Interesting. Well, and it's like, there's nothing like overtly violent. There is the hilarious scene with like all the blood, which we can get to, like when the kids put on their plate. But there's not a lot of cursing. And even the sex stuff isn't like, I feel like there's PG-13 movies that are way more sexual than this movie.
They don't show anything.
Right.
So I think mostly PG-13 is genuinely because of all of the murder references that they make. I think that's mostly why.
Yeah, I wonder if they tried to get the PG and couldn't quite do it, and that's why. Because it's like sometimes when you see a PG-13 movie, there is like they like purposely cuss a little, or like, you know, they try to make it like a little spicy. But this didn't feel like they were doing that.
No,
it still like, kind of felt like a kid's movie.
Yeah,
just with this like weird sexual element.
Yeah, there's like a dark sexual, like I said earlier, like a little bit macabre, like very I don't know. Yeah, just like a darker energy, but like in a very wholesome way. Somehow they made that work. But it's just one of my faves.
Yeah, their relationship is incredible. Yeah. And it's like part of that, and I think I've seen memes about this, but it's like the Addams Family is supposed to be the opposite of the American Family. So it's like at a time when sitcoms were like, oh, like Married with Children were like, oh, my fucking wife's a bitch and I hate her. It's like their relationship is like, I worship you. You're my family. I'm so attracted to you.
Yeah.
Which is the total opposite of how married couples were portrayed on TV.
Absolutely. And they're like genuinely happy to be around each other, and they're so wholesome. Like they want to do everything as a family, and they're very supportive of each other and what they want to do. And
like extended family living together. Like Morticia's mom lives in the house. They want Fester the brother to come back. Like it's a blended family.
Right. And yeah, they just have a lot of value within their family, and they just really love and like each other. That's the other thing. It's not just love. They genuinely like each other, want to be around each other, want to do things together, want to band together. Like I love it. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's a great fam.
It is. Probably my favorite opening scene of any movie ever. Because of the carolers. I fucking love carolers, you guys. And I just love they mixed, well, it was two songs it was Deck the Halls, it was Carol of the Bells, then Deck the Halls, and they somehow merged those songs, singing, you know, carolers singing those into the Addams Family theme song. Da-na-na-na. 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 So the carolers are singing outside of the Addams Family manch, and the Addams are all on top of their roof, and they're about to pour a giant cauldron on top of the carolers. And it's fucking awesome.
Which is like horrifically violent.
It is horrifically violent. Also so funny, which I love. But anyway. So yeah.
But yeah, I wonder if they did that specifically at the time of year it came out to like kind of like punk people.
I do think so.
Like, is this a Christmas movie? And then no, not at all.
Yeah, that's when I saw the date, how it's like so late in November. I was like, oh, that's why. I always wondered why they started out like that, and that's, I'm sure, exactly why. To like psych people out. Like people are like, am I at the wrong movie? Because they're just seeing like a bunch of like white people caroling with like very red and green bright, just like so not Addams Family, and then it just like scrolls up and you see him and you're like, oh. So yeah.
So I think the version I watched must have been digitally remastered, because the very next scene is of a thing.
Yes.
Which is the hand.
Yep.
And it looked incredible. And I'm like, there's no way it looked this good in 1991.
It always looked that good.
Really?
Yep. It always looked that good. Because even as a kid, I was like, how the fuck did they do this? But it always looked really good. I do not know how they did it. Do not know still. Probably green screen. I'm sure it was, but I don't know. They did a really good job.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever they did was great.
It was fucking awesome. You killed it, y'all. I know you're listening to this. Good job.
Because even like the CGI we've seen in like The Mummy 1999 or whatever, like, you know, it looks old, but I was like, this looks like it would come out today.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, they did a fucking amazing job. I love the cuckoo clock at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Where like they all come out and literally Gomez is like
motorboating.
He's motorboating her titties. It's fucking awesome. Oh my god. And I was like, I need that fucking cuckoo clock, baby.
Of you and me, babes.
It really is. It's us against the world.
The Hollow Wives.
And I wrote, Thing is fucking adorable. He is so cute. Well, I don't know why I'm gendering him, but he's a hand.
Yeah, they're very cute.
They are very cute, you guys.
I think they call the hand to him, though.
Yeah, that probably is why I do that. But yeah, Thing is adorable. And I wrote, it's so funny that Wednesday and Pugsley are literally just hanging out with like Wednesday just has a crossbow at her brother and he's tied up with a fucking apple in his mouth. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, the way they portray Wednesday and Pugsley's like kind of dumb and is like always the subject of Wednesday's like crazy like homicidal experiments.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, I knew that, like, you're trying to kill me. Oh, I knew that. They're all so cute.
And Christina Ricci is just like, you can tell why she was a child star. Like,
oh yeah,
she is good. And like,
she's
what
so
a weird
good.
role for a kid to play, and she nails it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of her characters starting out as a child and then moving along, like she was in the first Casper too, and
which was after this one, which came out after this, because she was 10 in this, and I think she might have been like 13 for Casper.
That makes sense. Which is also
Maybe
another movie I
older,
love. But I feel like all her roles pretty much are just like a little twinge of darkness, which I like.
Which I think it's hard for kids to do, and she like nailed it.
Oh, she fucking killed it.
And Angelica Houston also said in an interview, she's like, this girl was such a crazy good actress. Like, I guess Christina Ricci, who plays Wednesday, improv the way she laid down and like put her hands over
like
her
a
chest,
vampire?
like sleep in a coffin. Yeah, like they didn't tell her to do that.
That's amazing.
She independently was like, I'm gonna do this.
That is so
like,
cool.
What a fucking genius.
What a baddie.
At 10 years old.
That is so awesome. What a cutie pie. I also wrote that quote that you literally said, look at her, I would die for her. I wrote that in quotes because I was like, me. And I wrote, they're so sexual and no one says anything about it. And I think that's so cool. It's just so normalized in their family. They're like, yeah, mom and dad want to fuck each other all the time. And I think that's healthy as hell.
Yeah, they have such good chemistry.
Yeah.
Like the way they look at each other and like, oh. Yeah.
And I love that they're like sitting with a shit ton of people in multiple scenes and they're like, excuse us. And they're like in their own fucking world in front of everyone, just like basically just, fucking. Like, and it's amazing. And be like, I think it's so cute.
Like, I love the line too where he goes, Morticia, how long has it been since we waltzed? And she goes, oh, Gomez, hours. Yeah. And then they start waltzing and it's so cute.
It is so cute. They're so in love and it's just so sweet that they like each other so much, because that's, you don't see. Literally, I served a couple today. Or not a couple. I served these 3 like childhood best friends, which was really sweet because they were like in their 50s. And I can't even remember what I was calling them all baddies because they were really cute, and I loved that they were best friends hanging out still after all this time and blah blah blah. And one of them was like, yeah, as long as you can get me away from my husband. And I'm just like, dude, like, it's wild that people say stuff like that to strangers about their spouses. Like, that is wild to me.
Yeah.
And especially as a server, I've experienced that a lot. And I'm like, do you want to talk? Like,
it's like culturally acceptable. Like, that was the models of how people saw to talk about and treat their spouses.
Right.
And so, we only have this one counterexample of Morticia and Gomez, but they're like considered to be weirdos.
Totally. Which is just, again, so amazing. But I love them very much. I also wrote that the moving lunch bags, I just want to know what's in there.
Right?
I'm like, I know something in there is tasty and also scary, but
tasty and scary.
The food looks really good. The food looks really good in that movie, even though it looks like also disgusting. It's like ugly hot people.
Yeah, when they're like entrails, and I'm like, that kind of just looks like some foie gras or like some pate or something. I'd eat that shit.
She's like, entrails. I'm like, yes.
I'm like, please.
Stuff my holes with food. I'm hungry now. And I love Gomez's energy where he's literally smoking a cigar, playing golf in the morning as his kids are going to school. He's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like,
oh yeah, like how they're like unemployed and you don't really know why or how they have any money, but you get the sense that it's like deep family money.
They're fucking aristocrats, bruh.
Like
they're fucking gold room.
They have their own cemetery, which I feel like is always a sign of wealth.
Yeah.
And didn't you love all the statues in the cemetery were like big, beautiful, like women?
Yes.
I was like, oh, I never really noticed that, but and I like how they're not like talking about it.
Nope. They don't mention it at all. And there's a bunch of plus size people in this movie and they don't say shit about it. They don't make one fat joke. It's sick. And yeah, I feel like a lot of like older statues of people being worshipped are all plus size women, which like I get,
which I mean,
which I understand entirely.
man. I love that the primary mover of all the bad stuff is Gomez's lawyer, which is so fucked because he's the one who puts together that Gomez has this big hang up about his brother Fester because they left on a bad note and then Fester disappeared and nobody's seen him for 25 years and nobody even knows where he is.
Mm-hmm.
And then he meets somebody else who he's like, you look just like Fester. You should pretend to be him because then we can all get his money. And I'm just like, yo, bro, you're the worst lawyer of all time.
He's such a dick.
He's violating 2 ethical rules.
Tell me.
The duty of confidentiality.
Ooh.
He's spreading his client's business to other people. Not okay. The second one is the duty of loyalty. You have to be loyal to your clients. You can't just be selling them out. You have to act in their best interest.
Mm-hmm.
So he sucks in 2 distinct ways. Worst lawyer ever.
Yeah, he's an asshole. He also, like, hates Gomez, which is like, how can you fucking hate Gomez? He's the best.
Right. Like, I'm sorry he, like, chops up your suit every time you see him. I guess that can get annoying.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that he, like, fucks his wife and your wife fucking hates you.
Mm-hmm. And will leave you for a furry creature.
Hell yeah. I love that they end up together. I'm like, they are so cute. Yeah, the seance? Fuck no. I would never, ever do a fucking seance in my life.
Yeah, so before they link back up with Fester, like, you get the sense that the lawyer orchestrated this, but I don't know exactly how. But they all have a seance. The lawyer and his wife are there for some reason, and they're like, we're going to summon Fester. So if Fester's here, knock 3 times, and you're boom, 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 and it's the imposter. But the lawyer's, like, acting like he knew that would happen. And I was like, that's weird.
I know.
There's a lot of interesting plot jumps. And part of that is, so spoiler alert, you find out that Fester actually really is Fester.
Yeah.
But the reason that doesn't quite make sense in the context of the film is there was a debate amongst the staff and the writers about whether he should actually be an imposter or whether he should actually be Fester.
Oh.
And apparently the cast nominated Christina Ricci, Wednesday Addams, to go to the director and make an impassioned plea for it to actually be Fester. So I think that's why there's, like, a tacked on scene that explains how it's actually Fester.
That makes sense because it's like the very end scene.
Right, because you never really get a full explanation of, like, okay, this lady knew that in 25 years she could, like, use him as a decoy.
Well, she didn't know that.
She didn't know that, but it's like a happy coincidence.
But the lawyer would know because they're close. Like, he knows. So he's the one that orchestrated the whole thing.
But we don't know how long he's known the loan shark lady.
That's true. Yeah.
So it is, like, kind of weird. It doesn't quite make sense, but it also doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
But I liked how it's like it doesn't quite make sense because it was like an active debate throughout the movie, and then they decided. No,
and it doesn't make sense why. I believe her name is actually Abigail. Like, that's
Mother.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Mother. Abigail, like.
Who finds Fester and pretends to be his mom because she lies to him. She's like, I am your mom.
Right, and it's like, why would you pretend to be his, like, why? What?
Yeah, I guess just to use him as, like, muscle for your loan sharking operation.
That makes sense, but also, like, you're adopting, like, a grown ass man.
Right, you could also just be like, I found you.
Right.
It's odd.
I hate the way that she talks to him. It's so gross, bro. She's like, I'm just your mother. Like, she's making him feel bad about, like, wanting to date, and, like, I'm like, ew.
No, there's some, like, creepy undertones to this relationship for sure.
Very
At
creepy.
one point, she, like, grabs his head and, like, puts it on her titties, and she's like, do you hear my heart breaking because you're not a good son?
Yeah, and I'm like,
and you've forgotten all about me. Like, she's, like, playing this weird jealous mom. It's super weird.
It's so gross. It really is. It's, like, weirdly sexual, I feel, and it's
just
I feel
like it's coded sexually, and it's like,
I'm like, no fucking thanks. You're disgusting. So no. But yeah, she gets her shit rocked, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
She gets her shit rocked.
No, yeah. So yeah, he comes back, and Gomez is so happy. Gomez is so happy because he's like, yes, like, finally we've had our fucking giant seance. He's here. Finally, let's fucking go. Let's reminisce. Let's be nostalgic. I truly think Gomez is a Cancer. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
That makes sense.
He's so nostalgic, and he's just so me.
And I mean, to Fester's credit, he does lay it on super thick, and I felt kind of bad for Fester because even if he wasn't playing him, it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen you in 25 years.
Yeah.
But Gomez is like, let's do 50 things today, and Fester's just like, ah.
Yeah. And that would be me. I feel like I would be, like, so annoying like that. But yeah, but it's funny because Morticia and Wednesday are both like, right away they're sussed out by
not
some.
right about this fucking dude. Well, what's funny is Wednesday is super sussed out because she's like, the Bermuda Triangle. There's no way you came from the Bermuda Triangle. No one leaves, and that's like
Everybody
that's why
knows
she's
that.
suspicious.
Yeah.
You don't really know why Morticia's suspicious, but she just is.
Yeah,
Women's
she just
intuition.
It is. She's just like, she be knowing. She's like, And I love the scene where she like goes into his room and she's like looking at all the stuff in his suitcase or like his trunk or whatever, and she like sees like the poison. She's like, Fester, as if we'd run out of that. And just like, she just knows what's up, and she like looks at him knowingly, and she like doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
but
she just like closes the door while staring at him, and he's like, ugh.
I'm like, you fucking fine ass bitch. She's so fine and so cool.
Which I was also reading that Angelica Houston, oh gosh, such a queen,
Baddie.
had to wear like a super tight metal corset.
Metal?
Throughout filming. Metal.
She did look tiny.
Metal.
I cannot believe.
And she's like, I couldn't breathe. And then they also did this like elaborate like taping system for her eyes to like make her eyebrows higher and like make her eyes look kind of slanted like the cartoon.
You can
like,
see that for sure.
Yeah, and she's like, it was fucking painful, and I would get like headaches because like there was so much stuff being tied to my head.
She looked amazing.
She does look so good. I know Brent's like, she's my queen.
Yeah, I don't blame.
And her like dresses with like the tight and like little fit and flare.
She's so gorgeous. Hazen and Abby should go as them for Halloween.
They should. And her like cheekbones are like cut.
So sunken in, so gorgy. Love them. I also love Mama. She's so fucking witchy. I'm like, I hope to be her in the future.
And I like the implication that maybe they're like French witches.
Yeah, I think they are French.
And she calls him a mama.
Mama. And she does speak in French sometimes. Like, she just says random shit in French. And Gomez is like, oh, Tish, you're speaking French. I'm like, yes, I love y'all. Fuck right now. One of my favorite parts is when she's like, let's look for this thing that we're going to give to the charity. And she's like, Knickknacks, Uncle Knickknacks summer wardrobe, Uncle Knickknacks winter wardrobe, Uncle Knickknack, and I'm just like, and they're just like bags filled with shit. I'm like, oh god, it's amazing. And it has one of my favorite fucking, I feel like I saw this in a lot of like 90s movies, the bookshelf, where you just like pull one book and it goes.
There are so many dreams in that scene. One dream is the ability to pull off a shelf and reveal a secret room.
Yes.
The second dream is literary books that do cool shit when you open them.
Oh my god, you're so right. Like in the Page Master.
Yes.
Love
and
that.
then number 3 is going down a slide to a secret lair.
Oh my god.
I mean, like, check.
We need to do that for this fucking house.
I would love that. Now. Oh my god. It's just so cool. I'm like, yes, this is checking all the fucking boxes.
It is so fucking cool. And I love there's like a random song that plays when they're going down the fucking
yeah, it's very kind of off tone.
It's so weird. And then they have a fucking gondola whole Phantom of the Opera situation.
I think it's supposed to be like the boat of the underground river.
Like the underworld
in like Greek mythology.
Oh,
what is his name?
Hades?
He's like the fairy of the underworld.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Like that, and you have to give him money. It's not Hades. It's like I was gonna say Chernobyl. It's not that.
I know who you're talking about.
Something like that. Oh my god, now I have to Google it.
Yeah. No, but you're right.
Yes, I love this.
But I love that he's just like singing in Italian flawlessly. Just no.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's just such a strong voice.
He's so fine. Oh my god, can't handle him.
Tartarus, is that his name?
That doesn't sound familiar to me, but that absolutely could be it for sure.
Well, anyways, there's a fucking ferryman of the Greek underworld, and he's sick, and I feel like that's what they were alluding to. Also reminded me of Willy Wonka when he has his little gondola and like goes through the tunnel.
Which is scary. No, and it's so weird in that scene too, because like, I mean, obviously they live in a a fucking giant ass
baby,
a giant ass mansion. But you see like there's a clip where you see him rowing, and then you see columns and columns and columns behind him. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Cool. It's so cool.
It's so cool, but I'm like, how much land do you fucking own, bruh? Shit is wild.
The underworld, straight up.
It is. And then they end up at this like secret room, and Fester is like very underwhelmed, and he's like, okay, because he like, it just looks like just a plain old room with like nothing really in it. And then Gomez is like, "No, pour us a couple brandies and I'm going to look for something that's really special." And then Fester goes over to the bar and he like uncorks one of the bottles and it turns him around.
Another secret room
with all the gold in the entire fucking universe. And he's just like, holy shit.
And doubloons, which I'm like, I love that this family has doubloons.
What are doubloons?
Gold coins that pirates typically used is like the most common context.
Oh, I didn't know what they were
I'm sure
called.
other people use doubloons.
Yeah.
They often are depicted as having a hole in the center.
I know there's a lot of doubloons buried in Nova Scotia, where I'm from. That's a huge story.
Probably a lot of ship activity and merchants were up in that bitch.
It's a whole story, and we didn't have enough time for me to show you that whole situation back home, but someday I will.
Do people still find doubloons?
People don't, but people be looking.
Oh,
There's
really?
a whole show dedicated to it.
Really? Do they find it?
No, they haven't found it yet.
Well, I think I got a book about it. Yeah, I haven't read it yet, though.
Oh, yeah, I think you did. Yeah, at the museum.
Captain's Holiday Hoobie Woody's
Yeah, I
treasure.
can't remember. It's an island, and I can't remember what the island's called right now because I'm not a true Nova Scotian. I can't believe I can't remember right now.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm reporting you to the Nova Scotia
you know what? I'm looking it up.
authorities.
I'm looking it up
like
right now.
Captain something's Golden Doubloon Island.
Let me see.
I would love to search for doubloons, but Gomez has them all.
Oak Island.
Oak Island.
That's what it is. Yep. And that's where a bunch of doubloons are, so we need to search for them. But anyways.
I mean, how much is one doubloon worth nowadays? I don't know.
But apparently that's where they hid the, again, why can't I think of this word? The,
treasure.
Yes, but it's like the golden cup that's like.
Oh my God, the fucking, what's it called?
I know.
Holy Grail?
Yes.
People think the Holy Grail's there?
Yes.
Whoa.
I don't know why. I don't know why it would be there.
I also don't know why the Holy Grail is like such a big deal.
Me neither.
I know the Da Vinci Code was like, it's actually a metaphor for the son of Jesus. But then other people are like, nah, it's the fucking cup, dog. A really valuable cup.
Which is in Halifax for some reason. I'm like
yeah,
so
because
confused.
it was like depicted in the Last Supper, right? It's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a whole fucking thing. I don't know. And I don't know why pirates would have it. I don't know why they'd bury it in Nova Scotia. I don't know any of this shit. But apparently there's like a really intricate like underground layer that you have to go through a bunch of these like levels underground to get to it. And like no one's been able to. But
I'm sure they're all underwater and scary.
Well, I don't know. It's like on an island, like buried underneath the ground, and on each level that people have actually gotten to underground, which isn't many, they have found doubloons, like some doubloons on each level.
Interesting.
Anyway, it's a whole thing.
Well, Gomez has fucking doubloons up the yin yang. Like,
yeah, he does.
He's stacked. And Sylvester's like fucking sick.
Maybe he lives in Nova Scotia.
Maybe.
But it's
like the way to get to this lounge is like so complicated, and there's all these booby traps and all that. And then Gomez wants Fester to say the secret password, and Fester doesn't know the password, and he's like, ah. And that's when Gomez starts to get mad suspicious.
Yeah, he's like unhinged because he's just like, he had this whole plan of everything just going back to normal and nothing is, and he's just like, what the fuck is happening right now?
And there's like a little cut scene where they're all going to the charity, and then there's this cute little scene where Morticia and Gomez are outbidding each other on the item that they donated, which is hilarious. And she's like, 50,000, and yeah,
and that's
she's
when
like,
she has a literal orgasm.
And it's like this little finger trap thing, and then Fester's fingers get stuck in it, and he doesn't know how to get out of it, and that's the final strike for Gomez to be like, this dude is a fucking imposter.
Exactly.
Impostare.
Because he said it was a fucking
party favor
at his 10th birthday. So he's just like,
this dude ain't my fucking brother.
He's like, this isn't real. I hate this.
But Fester's weird mommy lady has a trick up her sleeve, and she pretends to be a therapist, and she convinces Gomez that it's all his fault. Totally gaslights him.
Hella gaslights his ass, which is so fucked up. And then he's like, you're right. It's me. It's my jealousy. It's my projection of blah, blah, blah. And it's all horseshit, obviously. But yeah. And then, the fake Fester, even though it's real Fester, but like in this moment, he believes he's fake Fester because he has amnesia. He's been kind of like, not a hater, but he's not really getting along with anyone in the family. But then he and his niece and nephew develop a really cute moment where they're practicing their Shakespearean scene for the little talent show situation or whatever
at their public elementary school.
Yep. And he helps them out with it, which is really cute. And I think that's really what started opening him up to, you know, being like warming him up for the family.
He's like, this family's sick.
Yeah, he's like, actually, I really like this. This is tight. And then after that is when it's the concert, right?
Yes, it's so good.
It is fucking hilarious because there's like a choir of little kids and they're like la 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 la, and they're dressed as fucking flowers, and then it cuts to Wednesday and Pugsley and they're pretending to like cut each other's arms off, and fake blood is like splattering everywhere in the audience in like the first 2 rows, and of course
amounts.
the Addams family is like right behind them, so they don't get one drop on them.
And they just love it and like bravo,
like bravo. Oh, so funny.
And there's also a really cute scene at the school where the teacher's like, I need to talk to you about Wednesday because we get to do our heroes, and like, for example, so and so decided to do like Madeline Albright or something, and Morticia goes, have you talked to her parents? And then it gets to Wednesday's art, and it's she goes, oh yes, that's Calpurnia Adams, our great aunt. She frolicked naked in the square and ensnared a minister. And the teacher's like, oh my god. And then Morticia goes, but don't worry, we've told her, college first.
College first. I love how sweet she is while saying these things. She's like blinking, she's like hee hee, but while saying like very dark, creepy shit. It's amazing. God, I love her so much. She's fucking incredible.
Truly an idol and someone I look up to.
Straight up, like a happy woman who loves her family, loves her husband, does whatever the fuck she wants to do. Strong, independent, hot as fuck. Cuts the fucking rose petals off of roses for some reason. Anyway. Yeah, I literally wrote in giant letters, how the fuck do they have so much money? How big is their house? It's so funny. Oh, and then I also wrote a quote of Wednesday being like, sweet oblivion, open your arms. And it's the funniest fuck. To hear a little tiny 10-year-old screaming that into the universe is so fucking funny.
She is really cute.
She is so cute. It's adorable. I can't remember what happens right after that, actually.
I think there's some more hijinks, and then the mom, they have their like ball where they dance the mamushka.
Right. Okay.
And that's when you see that. That's when you get your first inkling that I don't think Fester's an imposter.
Right, because he knew the dance. He
knows this whole dance, and you're like, what?
He knew the mamushka, baby.
Which is like a dance of brotherly love, which is super cute.
It's so cute.
And then he's all excited, and he's like, I dance the mamushka. And his mom's like, that's when she goes into pure like, you've forgotten all about me. So she convinces him to escalate their little plot. And with the lawyer's help, they disinherit the entire Addams family and evict them from their house because Fester is the like eldest brother and gets everything.
Right. And also they did have a judge on their side.
Because the judge is like, I fucking hate them because they're my neighbors and they fuck up my shit.
Yeah, that's like earlier on when Gomez was like shooting. I don't know anything about sports. When he's swinging the chain, he's swinging his golf clubs and he's hitting the golf balls over and fucking crashing into the judge's windows. Into his cereal bowl, ? Which also looks very good. I love that cereal. Always looks bomb.
Well, and when we watch Happy Gilmore, you'll notice that shot is like replicated nearly beat by beat in Happy Gilmore.
Really?
Yeah, like the golf ball, the way it falls the golf ball, the way it breaks the wind. It's just kind of funny.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, we definitely need to watch that because I have never seen it ever. Yeah, so essentially what happens is the quote-unquote fake Fester and Abigail and Tully all are like, fuck you, and fake Fester gets all of their money, is able to live in their house. They lock the Addams family completely fucking out, and so the Addams family has to move into a motel and get jobs.
Yes, and that's like a really cute scene because Morticia's interviewing at like an ad agency or whatever.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, what does your husband do? And she's like, oh, he's not working. And the lady asks, she goes, is he a shiftless man, a hopeless, crazy dreamer? And Morticia goes, not anymore. It's so good.
She's so cute. Mm-hmm. So she tries to be, what is it, like a primary school teacher?
Yeah,
like
I think
a preschool teacher or something?
It's a failure because she tells them Hansel and Gretel story and is like, imagine being burned alive, children. And they all just start crying. But yeah, Gomez is super depressed. Fester's super depressed. Like, he feels bad. Yep, but then Morticia, being the bad bitch that she is like, I'm going to take these things into my own hands. Mm-hmm. And so she marches to the mansion one night and she's like, I demand to speak to Fester. But then they like tie her up on this torture rack, which she's like hella into.
And she looks so sexy.
Yeah, like every time they're torturing her, she's like,
yeah,
and they're like, ah.
Yeah. And it's like, you're supposed to not be enjoying it.
She's like, But then Thing sees
what's up. He runs to Gomez and using Morse code fucking tells him what's up. He's like, Morticia is in trouble, bitch. Come save her. Come with me.
And Gomez, being the darling husband he is, runs to her rescue immediately.
Even though he was hella depressed, but he's like, fuck this. I'm saving my wife. Mm-hmm. So he goes over and just a little bit of trouble ensues. He gets into another cute little sword fight with Tully. Dun dun dun.
But I do love when he's untying Morticia. He goes, leather straps, red hot pokers. And she goes, later, darling. Oh, that's so good.
Even when he's like afraid for his fucking life, he's like, I need to be sensual with my wife really quick. No big deal.
Or I also love when the lawyer's torturing her. She's like, you are such a deceitful, decrepit, loathsome man. How Gomez adored you.
Yeah. I love the way that they speak to people that they like, because they're just, you can't hate them. They're just like so poetic. Lovable.
They're wonderful.
They're so sweet.
But yeah, they do have their cutie little sword fight. And then, Fester's like trying to help his mom, but then she like goes on one and like really is such a fucking bitch to him, to a level where he's like, you know what? Fuck you. So then he ends up helping Gomez and Morticia and attacking his cunty mom.
Using the books that you referred to earlier. What was it? Gone with the Wind, right? Or whatever. What is it called?
Hurricane Irene or something?
Yes. So he opens up the book and then a whole hurricane ensues and they're like whirling up in the wind, and then the bear fur rug with the giant bear head comes alive and fucking like chases after them too. And then they all just end up being buried fucking alive.
Casually.
Yeah, just like chill. And it is so horrifying.
You literally never see them again.
No. They're dead.
They're dunzo.
They are DED. Dunzo, baby. Dunzo burrito.
True, because once they like fly out the window into open caskets that Wednesday and Pugsley have somehow prepared.
Yep.
No one knows how. They're like, when they hit that coffin floor, they're like, they don't move.
No. They're done. And then they get buried fucking alive. And then it just kind of goes to like a black screen, and then it comes back up again, and it's Halloween, right?
Yeah. Oh, and in the course of Hurricane Irene, some of the lightning zaps Fester's head.
Right.
And they
that's
make
important.
a big deal showing that. So you're like, what's that?
Yeah, that is important.
And then they do like a 5 months later catch up. And that's when they do kind of like the convenient expose where they're like, wow, it's crazy that after you really were lost, that lady found you 25 years ago and you lost all your memory, but now you have it back.
Because of the lightning. That's so
a lot of like sewing up, like, let's all just casually talk this out.
Yeah, completely. For no one else other than us, even though we all have known this for the last 6 months. But it's beautiful because that helped me a lot when I was a kid. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Kids all coming together.
Yeah, and then the very final scene, Morticia basically says that she's pregnant. Mm-hmm. So that's how the movie ends on All Hallows Eve, and all is well in the Addams household.
Fester's back in the fam, and it's so sweet.
It is so sweet and so cute, and I just adore this movie so much. So I'm so glad we got to watch it together.
Yes, and I know you love this movie, so I made the trivia questions like a little more difficult.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm excited.
Okay. Here we go.
Some of them we've talked about, so.
Okay.
Question 1. What does the lawyer want to start on behalf of Fester?
Oh, it's like I can't even remember what it's called. It's like some sort of account. what do they even fucking call it? It's like an offshore something or other. What is it?
Yeah, basically. He calls it like a $1 million retirement fund.
Right.
So it's like he barely even tries to hide what it is.
Oh, you
But
fucking
yeah,
asshole.
You got it.
He's like, and I'll put it under my name for tax reasons. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
And I love how Gomez says, like, that all sounds great, but we can't talk about that until next quarter, because next quarter is when we discuss a new business.
He's like, no.
And that's called parliamentarian rules, and I have to deal with them a lot in, like, the various organizations I'm in, so it's like kind of a funny little joke.
Oh,
So
I didn't even know
I
that was
respect the parliamentarian rules. We can't take new business out of order.
I didn't even know that was a thing at all.
You can become like a licensed parliamentarian.
What?
And you like literally just learn how to run meetings and conduct business.
What the hell?
It's very interesting.
I've never heard
I
of
thought
that
about doing
in
it, but I need another thing to do. Like I need a hole in my head. Okay, question 2. What does Morticia donate for the Widows and Children's auction?
She donates the finger trap thing.
Okay, and bonus point if you can remember why Morticia says she loves the widows and orphan children.
Oh, she said, we need more of them.
Yeah, yes.
I love her.
That's a tough question. Got it.
Thank you.
3. What geographic area is Wednesday obsessed with?
The Bermuda Triangle.
That's right. This one's kind of hard. What did Fester's pet vulture stop doing after he left?
He stopped, like, pecking.
And one other thing.
Circling?
Yes.
Yeah.
He stopped circling.
Yeah. So sweet.
Okay, this one. The last question's easy.
Okay.
What's Morticia's first gig back in the workforce?
Yeah, she was like a primary school teacher or whatever she was trying to do. A book reader.
Yes. Oh my god, you nailed it.
Thank you. I love this movie so much.
Okay, personality test. I don't have one ready.
I didn't look one up either.
Let's see. Okay, BuzzFeed got it.
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, it says live like an Addams for a day and will reveal which Addams Family character you're most like.
Okay.
Pick a nasty quote-unquote food you don't mind eating. Licorice, candy corn, mayonnaise, Brussels sprouts. I think these are all delicious.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of mayo. I'll say candy corn because I do enjoy it.
Candy corn's bomb.
Yep.
Okay, choose a way to torture Pugsley. Tickling, zapping him with a bug zapper, throwing darts around his head, or making him wear a bad wig.
Lol. I would. I like darts. Darts are fun. I'll say darts.
Nice. Pick a fun activity to do. Dancing, putting together a puzzle, kissing, or staring into the abyss.
Kissing.
Yeah. What would you rather smell like? Cookies, sexiness, flowers, or detergent?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
Sexiness.
Pick an outfit extra. Freshly manicured nails, a choker, perfect hair, or a cloak.
This is very odd. I guess nails. I like a good nail situation.
Okay. Choose a horrifying adjective. Monstrous, vile, sickening, or loathsome.
Sickening.
You're sicko. Pick a gross delight. Popping pimples, peeling skin from a sunburn, biting nails, or smelling your farts. Incredible.
I do bite my nails, and I hate that I do. I've been trying not to, but I do, so I'll pick that.
Which Addams do you have a soft spot for? Morticia, Gomez, Wednesday, or Fester?
God, all of them. I'll say Morticia.
Pick a tasty indulgence. Cheesecake, pizza, Nutella, and fruit crepes, or pumpkin spice latte?
I'll go with pizza.
Pizza.
Cool.
And finally, what do you need more of? Sleep, love, patience, or adventure?
Always more love.
More love, where is the love? You're Morticia. Yes! Whether you realize it or not, you've got big boss energy and exude confidence wherever you go. Part of what makes you so strong is your ability to remain cool under pressure and your love for the dark side. Can you teach us your ways?
Ooh, that was sexy.
Let me just toss my phone to you.
Yeah, please.
Here we go. Incoming. Oh my god. That was a fail. Oh no.
Okay. Beautiful. Here we go. All right. Pick a nasty food you don't mind eating. Licorice, candy corn, mayonnaise, or Brussels sprouts.
My favorite is also candy corn out of that list.
Got it. Choose a way to torture Pugsley. Tickling, zapping him with a bug zapper, throwing darts around his head, or making him wear a bad wig.
Make him wear that bad wig, honey.
Yes, honey. He'd probably like it, honestly. Pick a fun activity to do. Dancing, putting together a puzzle, kissing, or staring into the abyss.
I like staring into the abyss.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. What would you rather smell like? Cookies, sexiness, flowers, or detergent?
Sexiness.
Of course.
Who doesn't want to smell like sexiness?
But of course. Pick an outfit extra. Freshly manicured nails, a choker, perfect hair, or a cloak.
A cloak.
Of course, for my baby's very cold hands. Choose a horrifying adjective. Monstrous, vile, sickening, loathsome.
I like loathsome.
Yeah, that's a good word.
It's fun to say.
It is fun to say. Pick a gross delight. Popping pimples, peeling skin from a sunburn, biting nails, or smelling your farts.
Peeling skin from a sunburn is so satisfying.
It is so satisfying.
Oh.
The sound, too.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but it's true. Which Addams do you have a soft spot for? Morticia, Gomez, Wednesday, or Fester?
Gomez. Gomez really shined to me in this viewing. Like, I've always loved Morticia, but Gomez was speaking to me more this time.
Yeah, he's a sweetie pie.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a tasty indulgence. Cheesecake, pizza, Nutella and fruit crepes, or pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice latte.
We are pro PSLs in this house, okay?
We've already made that very clear.
Yeah.
But in case you forgot.
Get with it, you guys. And finally, what do you need more of? Sleep, love, patience, or adventure?
Always more sleep.
Yep. You're Gomez!
We're Morticia and Gomez.
You're a captivating person who can make others laugh without even trying. Part of what makes you so charming is that you're not afraid of what other people think. You're a bit of a free spirit who always puts their loved ones first.
Honored. I can't believe we got Morticia and Gomez.
I know. Of course we fucking did. My love. Like I said, well, I feel like I'm more of a Gomez, but I love that I got Morticia. But yeah, no, genuinely the way that they speak about each other, I'm like, that's literally how Stacy and I speak about each other.
Either way, what bliss.
Either way, if we're together, what bliss. Literally. Okay, I'm gonna try to toss it back without breaking your shit.
Eek! Got it.
My love. All right.
What a stunning first installment of Hollow Wives.
Hollow Wives, baby. We're so very excited. We love you guys so much. We can't wait to haunt you with more of the movies we're doing for this month. I think you're really gonna like it. They're obviously nostalgic, and you guys will be excited about what we have going on here.
We hope so.
Yeah, we hope so, but we'll be excied, so hopefully you guys will be
either
too.
way. So get on or don't.
Get on or get out of here
anyway.
Well, we love
but
you
we
guys.
do love you guys.
We do love you guys so much. We don't want you to leave. Please never leave. Never change. Never change. All right. Well, anyways, love you guys so much. Bye.
Thank you to our producer Brent for his editing skills and to Grady for our delightful theme song.
If you have questions for us or would like to advertise with us, please email us at blockbusterwives@gmail.com.
And as always, please rate, subscribe, and tell all your friends about us.
We love you.